Hi, everybody. Recruiting Animal here on October 13th, 2021. And my guest today is Dimple. How do you say your last name? How do
Dimple
you say
Khub
your last
Chandani. Khub
Coop?
Chandani.
Spell it. Spell it.
KHUBCHANDANI.
Yeah, no one's going to remember except maybe other Indians. And you're in uh,
India,
Ahmedabad?
Ahmedabad. Ahmedabad,
Ahmedabad. Yeah,
yes.
of course, the first thing I thought when I saw where she's from, hey, isn't that where Osama got killed? But no,
No,
that
that's
was
Ahmedabad. Ahmedabad.
Abtabad. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Well, good for you. You're
that's
lucky.
Pakistan.
Yeah, I know. I,
Yeah.
okay. What else can I say? Okay. Let's see. Let me see. You say I help fulfill needs across the globe, across all levels, across all sectors. Uh, yeah. And you also say that you're innovative. Those are two things that got me. Okay. What does innovative mean in recruiting? How are you innovative?
I help startups like scale up. I help them scale up with strategies. There are people who do not understand when to delegate work. So I help them give short projects so
What does
that they can
innovative
develop
mean? What does innovative mean? Okay, it means you do something new.
new.
Hi,
Yeah,
Ernie.
doing
Hello.
something new.
Hi, Dimple.
This is Dimple. Just in case
I know
just in
Hello.
Dimple.
case you don't know. Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
Here's the thing. When I first heard her name, Dimple, I'd never ever heard anybody. Now there's a couple of Dimples. Okay, I'd never. But you don't. Your last name is hard for me at least. Okay, but with
That's why I mentioned
Dimple,
K.
you could be. Oh, well. Also, you've billed yourself on your Facebook page as Dolly. Do people call you Dolly? Is that your nickname?
Yeah, it's my nickname.
Okay, but Dimple is good. I mean, it's so striking to I don't know anybody here named Dimple. I've never met a dimple in my life, and yet it's an English word. Ernie, do you know any dimples?
I don't know any Dimples, but it's a good nickname too.
Yeah. Well,
You
if
know,
she's only got one, I'm Dimple. Okay, that's all you.
Thank you so
That's
much.
how
But
many dimples?
Russians, sorry to interrupt. There is a Russian lady.
You don't have
She's
to
a client of
apologize
mine.
for interrupting on this show. Okay.
Okay.
There's
There's a
Russians
Russian.
named Dimple? I've never seen it. Okay, what does innovative mean? Are you doing something? I'm going to start now, okay? Are you doing something new that other recruiters don't do, okay? Yes or no?
I do not know.
No, okay? You might be a great recruiter, but unless you can say, hey, recruiting animal and Ernie, I'm the only one in the world who did this. I started this. I don't know. You're not
uh,
Einstein, okay? Innovative means Einstein to me. Ernie, am I right or wrong?
it's
okay.
creative. You got to be creative, but let her talk. Let's see what she's doing.
No, Ernie is. Am I right about innovative? Is that like thought leader? Does it mean nothing?
It means getting
Hey,
at the front.
I I wouldn't call myself too many things, but yes, I use the word innovative because I thought maybe I do this and I do not care about what other recruiters are doing at all.
okay. Well,
Right
innovative
on.
is. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm sorry to go on. Okay, but innovative is a comparative term. It doesn't
Yes.
mean. I think well, you're doing something different, new. Okay, let's leave it
Okay.
at that. Here's the other thing. Okay, people are saying I saw one civil guy a guy on Facebook said, hey, I'm recruiting for a civil engineering manager in San Antonio. I think that's where Michael J. Cox lives. Okay, Texas. You're in India. He said, I need help with that. You said you raised your hand. I'm interested. I saw someone else is looking for I don't know, Rich, or someone else was looking for or someone for healthcare, someone to help with healthcare jobs. I'm interested. You will take on any kind of role you're interested in. She made a
I
bid
don't have
on
a niche. I don't have a niche.
you have no niche, but the
No.
thing is, you'll also take on like 40 jobs with two people in your office, and then fret about how to fill them on time. You're so ambitious. You've got a hunger to get search assignments. Am I right about that?
I
I was.
have a lot of search assignments right now. I'm not taking any at the moment, but yes, that time I was
You're
looking for
actually not
assignments.
raising your hand now. Okay. Okay. So now let me ask you something. Michael G. Cox, she wanted to work on a civil engineering job in San Antonio, Texas. She's in She's near
India.
Bombay, okay? Just north of Bombay or Mumbai, okay? How come we can't say Bombay here? You know, in French, they don't call London London, they call it Lond. They don't call Germany Deutschland, they call it Allemagne. So if Bombay was the English word for Mumbai, how come we can't say Bombay? I'm slitting my throat here, friends. Okay, I know it.
Hey,
We'll
in
put that
Spanish, we
aside.
say Alemania also.
Okay, so
Royale.
Michael G. Cox, she's in India. She wants to
Okay.
work on a civil engineering job in San Antonio, Texas. And have you ever worked on any other civil engineering jobs, Dimple?
I have worked because I started, first of all, I did not do US recruitment till last year.
Yeah.
This was something new for me, and I wanted to taste all the waters first. I wanted to try it,
Yeah.
test it,
Okay.
how
And
this
but you
happens.
also raised your hand. You wanted to work recruiting divorce lawyers or something in
I already
California.
worked on that. Yes, I already worked on that and find few lawyers also.
How? So what
I
did you
found
do
few
on?
lawyers.
Okay.
What was
So
your question
you're
for me?
It's not for
no,
you,
okay,
just a comment.
okay. Sorry, I'm going on. You guys, just ask this one question, then you can start talking.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm just really blabbing. Okay. Here's the thing. Okay. Recruiting lawyers in California. How did you pick up those jobs, or did you subcontract them all? And how did you fill jobs on the other side of the world? Go ahead, tell me.
Split recruiting. Thing is Facebook groups. There is a Silicon Valley group, and through references also, I have a couple of my college mates that are in US, in different parts of the like states in US. So they also referred me a couple of clients who work in WeWork. That's a co-working space where startups are working. So I got 3 clients through references. I already
For
have 3
lawyers,
direct
for
clients.
lawyers,
No, no,
lawyers.
no, not for
I asked
lawyers,
about that one
clients.
job. Okay,
Okay,
legal
okay.
lawyers. You're placing lawyers in
Yes,
California.
yes.
Attorneys, so to speak.
That was for split recruiting assignment. Only one assignment.
Oh, that was a split. Okay, Mario
Yes.
wanted to say something. Let me
No,
introduce
I
everybody.
said actually you should call them attorneys, so to speak.
No, yeah, I
Attorney.
live in Canada. We don't say attorney here. Okay.
But you're talking about attorneys in California.
Oh, you got me. You're great. Okay, let me introduce everybody again. Dimple, we didn't give your
I'm not
website.
too bright or
What's
what?
your
What's wrong
website?
with you?
What's your website?
Sinoverge, yeah, Sinovergeconsultants.com.
That's Sinoverge, everybody. SYNOVERG.com.
No, SYNOVERGE
Gee, a Verge. I can't. It's a Verge.
consultants.
Okay, yeah. Sorry.
Consultants.com.
Food industry recruiter. Say hi, Ernie, because some
Hi,
people
Ernie.
listen. So yeah, there. Okay. And Michael G. Cox is thesalesrecruiter.com. Say hi, Michael
Okay.
G. Cox. Say hi,
I'm
Michael
Michael
G.
G. Cox.
Yeah. And Mario the recruiter dot com.
Hey.
There you go.
Hello.
Okay, that's who's here. Okay, so you guys
Why
can
do you
ask her
all
questions.
guys have a niche? Like, why do you work on only one particular profile? Like,
Go ahead.
yeah.
Makes
I
life
wish
easier.
Rich Rosen was here to give you the explanation as to why we pick one profile set.
Yes.
It makes life a whole lot easier because then I don't have to learn
Exactly.
about water engineering or have to learn about the requirements to be a solid divorce attorney in California.
Okay. I love
You need
learning.
to,
Okay.
I mean, I kind of know why you need to be a solid.
I've got plenty to learn in my current niche, so I'm good. Or niche,
Okay.
whatever.
Once again, I think I know what you need to be a solid divorce attorney. A hatred of men. Pretty simple.
There you go.
Gee whiz, man.
Hatred of
Okay,
anything in
Ernie,
general.
Ernie, do you want to defend niches?
No, I tell you, I agree with you. You got to do it. Pick a niche, do it, learn it, and
Why? I said you want.
helps
So
you.
you're.
I'm getting there. Calm down there. Calm down. Hey, no, I'm getting there because when you start talking to people that are going to use you as a recruiter, and you start to use their lingo, and you start to
Yes.
understand what they do and what's happening even without being there, then they know you know your stuff and they're willing to work with you and call you when they have search assignments. Otherwise,
Yeah.
you're calling them. So what you're looking for is that relationship, and all you really need is 3 to 5 good clients that know you well, that trust you, and
Okay.
your business is booming, especially
Okay,
right
I'll
now.
come there.
That's true.
Why can't we know too many languages? Like, why can't you know more than two languages? Like, that is also my question. Why? Because I'll tell you with my example. I've been running this since past 11 years now. I started Sinoverge in 2011. I've had my ups and downs, and I had a niche. I used to do only pharma recruitment and real estate, and I had a team of 7 by then. So those were all government projects, and because of that, I was so comfortable in my zone that I did not pick up any other assignments, or I did not even see any other industries at all. So my learning was very limited, first of all. Secondly, the government contract did not expire. It got shut down overnight. So I had to fire people. I had to ask them to work on project basis. I had my losses. And then I started learning about new industries. My journey was a little slow, not little slow, very slow. But yes, I started learning about different industries, and I love to learn. I do not want to pick a niche at all. And I can maybe hire recruiters because this is my own firm. I can hire recruiters that have specialty in that particular field.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah,
one
so
question, if you don't
you
mind
could
me
have
asking.
a recruiter, sorry, running a
My
desk that
apologies.
is focused on sales recruiting,
Yes.
B2B sales recruiting.
Yes.
You could have a recruiter running a desk that is legal focused. And that's fine,
Yes.
but to ask one recruiter that you hire and employ to be focused on multiple niches that are very different would probably not be wise. Would you agree?
I won't say no, because unless you are an independent
Why
recruiter,
don't you say
then it
no?
makes
You
sense.
disagree with
I
him.
guys,
Be
excuse
bold.
me.
Say
Hold on
no.
one second.
Say no.
Excuse me, Dimple, one second. Guys,
Yeah.
listen, there's a big cultural difference in how you recruit in the US and how you recruit in
Yes.
India. Please
Yes.
understand that. First of all, the
Yes.
fee is a different story. Second thing is the whole concept of niches is not is only prevalent in the higher levels.
Higher
Okay, you
level.
might have a manager who is specialized in a certain niche, but he will work under everything in that particular section. You can think of it like sectors. Okay, you may have niches of banking, finance, legal, but you'll do everything under that. Even finding a sweeper for a banking firm. That's how it works here. I mean,
Correct.
cultural differences. Yeah.
It's completely different from US. Yes. In US, you cannot even ask salary. In India, you can ask anything you want,
No,
and you can
I
call
asked
people
salary.
anytime you
What's
want.
wrong with that?
I asked. I also
I
asked.
ask salary of
India is more-
everyone. So
Yeah. No, actually, India is more ruthless. Okay, there's one.
Yeah,
There's one more thing.
exactly.
Dimple's mean.
Well,
No, yeah, you are allowed to ask. It's legal to ask. Nobody
Okay.
gets offended.
No,
Like,
no,
Here's
Dim-
here's
Dimple-
my here's. Oh, sorry, Ernie, you go
No,
ahead.
no, Dimple, I was going to say, see, you've taken on the world. Now you're coming into the US, you're doing all of this, and I applaud you for doing all of that. But I think as you do it, you got to figure out how can I be better, and what works for you may not work for me or any of others. But if it works for you, then keep doing it. If you're making money, then keep doing what you're doing. You know, the last guy we had here was doing jobs that were over 90 days old.
AJ.
Yeah, and he was making money. That was his thing.
Yeah.
So, you know, the goal is to be a recruiter, have fun with it.
Yeah,
and just
let
keep
me
doing it.
interrupt.
Well,
Okay.
yes, let me interrupt
gotta be
you. That's
good.
interrupting him. That's all fine, Ernie. Great. Basically you do you. Great.
Wow.
We're just having a conversation about
She
you
told
know-
me before we started that Bitchfest is a very aggressive URL.
Name.
It
Yeah, I
scares
love
people.
Yes, absolutely.
It's the best
Absolutely.
It
URL
is
on
a
the planet.
Bitchfest, okay?
So, but we're
I'm
just
gonna-
I totally disagree
we're
with
just
you.
saying that we think maybe
awesome.
there's a better way to do it
Wait a second.
that might work a bit better in the United States and Canada.
Okay,
Yeah. but
you know
see,
that famous
guys, excuse me.
Jackie Chan?
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing now. Oh, wait a second, Mario. She bills herself on LinkedIn, and I challenged her on this at the start before you guys got here. She claims she's innovative. You know what would be innovative based on what you two have just told us about India? If somebody decided to work a niche in India, then you'd
there are
be
people.
different.
Animal, hold on. There are people who work
There are people.
niches.
There are
Okay,
people
but
who work
they are recruiters. They are not company owners. There's a big
Yes,
difference.
they are not company owners. They might be independent. Why? Because they can pick up a niche, because they can take limited work.
Listen, listen.
can
Wait
take
a
a
second.
limited work. I
Wait
can
a minute.
hire people.
Hold,
No.
hold on. One
Let,
second.
let me in.
One second.
Okay. Mario,
Please.
I'm going to challenge you for a second because
Please, go ahead.
you said last week or the week before, you said, hey, just like Dimple said, I love to learn. Okay.
I
How
love to
come I
learn.
can't take any job that I've never heard anything about before and I can teach myself online?
Agreed.
I'm not good at
But-
that. Okay.
But I know, I know that part. But listen, just because I love to learn doesn't mean I'm crazy to learn every single thing under the sun. I specialize in a niche. You guys know that, okay?
No, you got like 3 or 4 niches.
I got 3 or 4 things, but I only focus on certain things in that, okay? I'm looking to break into one. That's a different story, all right?
Yeah.
But it's actually interrelated, okay? Except for the legal part. Both the other IT and the federal are interrelated, okay?
Yes.
But let's be simple. I'm not going to go and take on every single thing on the planet. It's stupidity. But in India, when you're working in India, you have a very low fee structure to begin with. So
Yes.
running a firm is not
Yes.
easy. Okay, understand
Exactly.
this. 8%, 6%. Some companies work on 2%, 3% margins.
3%. I've known that.
Commission fees. Just
Agreed.
imagine. Okay, on
Agreed.
a $2,000 salary for a year, you're getting 3% of that. So you got to take everything you can get to survive here.
Plus taxes. Plus taxes.
No, let's
And
not forget
payment
that
is not on
crazy
time.
fucker.
It takes
Payment is
90 days to
later,
120
guys.
days.
90 days. No,
Did you
90
say
days to 120 days.
3%?
Michael,
Yes.
why do you think I don't look into India? I'm like,
What
forget
the
it. No,
fuck?
not my game. I don't know this shit.
Yeah.
3% of
Yeah,
What?
one of my friends heads one of the biggest
$200
companies in
a
India.
year?
Yeah. It's
I
shitty
just want to
crazy over
compliment.
here.
I want to compliment Mario on his improvement in audio and visual communication.
Thank you.
Okay, it
Thank
took a
you, I
while.
appreciate it.
Okay,
Obviously,
wow.
but something else. I forgot what I was going to say. I changed my mind. Okay, let's move on. That's news to me about how you
Okay.
guys have to work. Although he
I don't
said
work, yeah.
it's crazy to want to learn everything. She wants to learn everything personally. It
No,
sounds like to
no.
me.
I
Well,
don't want to learn everything. Yes. But I want to learn where I get a chance. That is
But let me
true.
ask you this though. Why don't both of you guys just concentrate on the US then?
I am focused on US, Ernie. I don't look into India. I told you, I don't
On-
look
yeah.
into this side at all. I'm only focused on the US.
That's
area.
it. Just US.
That's it.
Okay.
He's
What,
an
Dude,
what
I
about
honorary
you?
work in the
American.
nights.
Okay, pretty
about
soon
you,
he'll be
Dimple?
living in New Jersey.
I've started
I'm
US
choosing
recruitment
Hawaii.
since last 5 months only. I've got 3
Okay.
direct clients. I do
Hey,
only
nice.
contingent recruitment, direct hire so far.
So what is your future goal? What do you plan?
I
Where do you
want
plan to
to-
take your company?
Yeah, I want to do trial and error in the US market right now for the like 1 year stay, and post I'm successful, I may even hire a business developer who will get me clients in construction, in tech, and also in pharma, in Canada. And I can hire people from India who can work at those time zones. That is my goal. My Indian recruitment is doing best. I already have a team of 7 here right now, and I work for tech, media, pharma, and biotech at the moment. That's it.
If I don't interrupt, I can't remember what I'm going to say from 1 second
Notes,
to the next.
animal notes. Make notes.
Yeah, while I'm working. You know what? I don't want you guys to answer, but I used to work for an Indian guy here. He
Okay.
came from India, and he said if you get in order to get business in India, you have to pay a kickback. Okay, so in
Yep.
addition.
Very
In
true.
addition to what I assume are the fees, you're also paying not just the government, you're paying back to the company. Somebody in the company
Yes.
is
Yes.
taking-
Yes.
I'll tell you
yes.
openly,
I have
Animal,
paid many
no fear.
HRs.
You have to pay the human resources guys. They are the
Yes.
most corrupted guys on the planet.
Very
okay?
corrupted.
It
very
doesn't apply
corrupted.
only to America. There are some firms in the US that have Indian recruiters working who are the first level for the company,
Yes.
who also take kickbacks from vendors. That is
Yes.
why I work only with pure American firms, not with these Indian firms that are based out of the US.
No,
Okay.
no,
That is
Mario.
nuts.
When you work in the US, does
Yeah.
that mean you do the same thing that Dimples does by bringing?
No. Ernie, I work with my own company in the US. So
No. What
I-
I'm saying
yeah.
is when you make a placement in the US,
Yeah.
is it remote or is it somebody within the US, like getting somebody from one state and moving
It's
them to
only in
another?
the US. Ernie, most of the federal roles require a person to be a US citizen with a clearance.
Yeah, no. Well, it sounds like Dimples is hiring people for U.S. companies that are working.
For US companies
no.
that are working in the US itself. No,
She's working.
not
she's
from
working
India.
in the US, not from India.
Not from India. Okay.
Not
India
from
is it's a total disaster, Ernie, if you're going to do that, because it takes so much time, visa fees, and half the time you'll have an issue or the other in the
Yes,
background
okay.
check.
I got another question. I'm changing
Dubai
gears.
guys do that. Dubai guys
Changing-
do that. What you're looking for?
Okay, changing gears. Changing
Speak
gears.
up. Right on, Dimple. Speak up.
Okay, no, do you want to talk about, okay, if you guys want to talk about hiring Indians in India to work remote in the US, if you want to talk about that, go ahead, because I don't know anything about it. It's interesting. Thank you, Ernie, for
No, I
keeping
just
me in
wanted to see
line.
if they did it that way. I just
No,
wanted
no,
to.
thank you.
It
You
sounds
have a right
confusing,
to
animal.
Currently, what I heard is people are refusing to hire Indians in the software development industry. Why? Because a lot of countries are targeting Indians right now. I myself have a client in Hong Kong. I have client in Dubai. They want people from India to work remotely full time permanently. So because they will pay like less than 10% of what they'll be
Hey,
paying one person in US. So there
actually,
you
no,
might be paying 90 to 100K. In India, you'll be paying not more than 10K.
$4,000 at the max. Dimple, I'm going to
$4,000
interrupt
max.
you.
Yeah.
Animal, I'm going to interrupt you and tell something very controversial. They want to pay peanuts and get monkeys to work for it. No
Yes.
offense meant. And they also get them to work
normally
overtime.
that's a figurative thing, but there's people that will take you literally just to attack you. Okay, that's how
Let
it
them
works
attack me.
these
Who
days.
cares? What are they gonna
If
do?
you're in HR, that makes a difference.
I mean, that's
guy
why
just
animal. That's why I don't deal with Indian HRs. I told you. I
okay.
don't look
Let
at
me
this
ask.
side.
Okay, let me ask also a kind of taboo question. Okay,
Please go ahead.
if
It's
you're
fun.
in an Indian working the U.S. market, why not try to develop an American accent?
Why should I develop an American accent? Like my
Because
accent
then
is
I
mine.
think it helps build rapport with the people you're
course.
dealing with. They'll feel like
True.
you're there. Okay, am I
Oh,
wrong?
okay.
Okay, you say no, you don't think so.
No,
You-
animal, you're correct. I agree with you. You got to know how to talk the way they talk. Okay, that's why I am a bit different in the way I speak. Okay, and I agree with your point.
Is
If you're
anybody
gonna
else?
work,
Michael G.
an
Cox
accent
is
is a
working
tool.
really hard. Am I wrong about that? Try to talk like a Texan if you're working in Texas.
No,
Howdy, partner.
it might help, but no, you get over that real quick.
See,
I don't
uh,
think so.
no,
It's
let
what
me
you- it's
let me
what you
frame something.
deliver.
You gotta exactly. You gotta be able to deliver the message. That's what matters the most. And one of the most successful recruiters I know, who's based out of India, his English is shit. I'm being very frank. But that guy
There was
knows
this
to recruit.
person from this guy Terry Edwards. I don't know. There's one guy in his office. He's an Indian. He speaks complete British accent. He was calling me since a week. I did not recognize that that person was from India only, because that was a computerized call from a different number, UK number, I suppose, +44.
Okay,
Why
another
not?
question. You've never asked this one because no one has ever actually really given the information. But somebody asked on Facebook about courses for technical recruiters, and you recommended a guy named Michael Uhas. You were very
Yes.
enthusiastic. Did you take his
Yes.
course?
I have his material. Like
Okay.
I downloaded his material from that site. I paid
Oh, the
something.
free stuff. Okay, but no, you took his
stuff
free
also.
document.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
no. I also paid for one document and I downloaded it.
Have you read it? I mean,
How did it
Yes.
go?
and
Yes.
it was good for
Yes.
you. I
It is
mean,
very good. No, it is very good. Detailed information. I would suggest you to watch his YouTube videos. He teaches in detail. Like you'll get excited to become a technical recruiter.
really? Okay, I'm going to spell his
Actually.
name then if anybody's interested. Michal.
Michael.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
also
that's not how you
Michael's.
spell Michael. Michael G. Cox is Michael.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay,
yes.
and this guy's last name is
Juhas.
Juhas.
Yeah.
Okay, and his website is
Tech recruiter.
techrecruitmentprogram.com. Techrecruitmentprogram.com. He says, listen to this.
Geekrouter. His site is Geekrouter.
Okay, well, I've got it as techrecruitmentprogram.com. And he says, here's his thing. He says he used to be an IT director.
Yes.
And he was so frustrated with the low quality of recruiters that he started an agency and a tech recruitment firm himself. The guy looks like he's 15 years old in those pictures. Is that from 40 years ago? Or
He
is he
seems
really
fit. I don't know him personally, but he seems fit. Secondly, I've watched his videos. I've been in his live videos also. it teaches awesome. Like you'll be able to communicate things in a very crisp manner that you will just,
Wow.
it
I
will
mean, what
fit in your head.
great. That's something.
Yeah.
You don't hear
Animal,
that
I have
kind
a
of.
question, Animal, a statement actually, more than a question.
Go ahead.
See, a lot of these guys need a story to tell
Yes. He's a
as
good
to why they're doing
storyteller.
it. No,
Yeah.
as to do the why they're doing something. Okay. That means they're just peddling something, but yeah, he could be peddling good
But
information.
she
I'm not that
she
sure of it.
tried it. She tasted it.
I've
She
tried it.
said, "This is good apple pie." Okay.
I mean,
Yes, yes,
Dimple,
that
how
is.
much is the course for?
For I
The
only
course,
purchased one book, $69, 69 euros. Sorry.
69
I
euros,
only,
huh? Okay.
yeah, I
Damn.
only purchased one book, not the course. I've not done the course.
Michael
much
G.
is the course
Cox
supposed to be?
tried to, if I say something, he's got to prove me wrong. What's the URL you're giving out for him, Michael G. Cox?
Geek
Geek Rooters.
recruiters.
Geek Rooters. Geek
Chingada
Rooters.
madre, cállate.
Just a sec.
It's geekrecruiters.com is where I
No,
found
it's
it.
Geek
I
Rooters.
think that meant don't interrupt me in Spanish, okay?
Oh, just a sec. I'll
How are
type
you?
it.
How are you?
I typed in geekrecruiters and it took me to
Oh, sorry,
Geek Recruiters.
sorry. Geek
Geek-
Router.
Geek.
This is Geek Router.
Yes. Yeah. Apparently he owns them both.
Okay, let me ask something. We're going to move to your cold call, Dimple, because you say
Okay.
your cold call gets
Yeah.
80 to 90% response, whether it's
Yes.
positive or negative. 80 to 90% response. And I think you said you don't use the phone. You like to recruit on text because if they don't recognize the
No,
number,
I use the phone.
oh,
I
I'm going to read.
100% use the phone.
Excuse me, Animal, before you go through the question, there's one small thing I want to add. Is it in India or in the US? That's my question.
India, yes. US, when I had DICE, yes. I do not call US people directly right now. India, yes. I call
So
90%
India,
of
if
the
you-
time.
Hey, if you call someone in India, they're going to answer the phone. They don't know what the hell is going to
Yeah.
happen. It's not
Let
like
me
America. or
let me
Canada.
read her. Let me read her pitch. Okay, this is
That's
what
refreshing.
she says. Okay.
Good to
Hey
know.
Joe. Okay. Let
Trust
me
me.
read it. Let me read it. Just give me 20 seconds or even less
Go
because it's
ahead.
nice and
Yeah.
short. Hey Joe, I am intrigued by your XYZ skill and your stability at company ABC is impressive. I am helping an entrepreneur in the XYZ domain to recruit
Yes.
for this XYZ position. Sorry, this XYZ gets confusing, doesn't it? So I'm checking to see if you are open to discussing this opportunity in detail. Here's my phone number, email, thanks, regards. So is that what you leave on a voicemail or is that what you text the person? You said you
I
text them that.
also email and text both. Yes.
Okay.
It works. Texting works in US like
But didn't
at
you
least
say
70% of the
somewhere,
time.
I can search it in my notes. I didn't organize my notes that well, but didn't you say people don't
Yes.
see your phone number, they won't pick up the call. But if in a text, they see exactly why you're getting in touch with them, and that's what
Yes.
encourages them to
Yes.
respond.
Yes, I said that, and yes, I believe that. I also do that.
So why not do text all the time? Why make a phone call first?
But why should I text all the time? I call first. If a person is picking up his call, why should I text?
Okay, well, you just said they
I'm
don't pick
comfortable
up if they
talking.
don't know.
Ah.
They don't pick up. Does anybody else want to talk about this? I mean, 80 to 90%, that's something to talk about. It's incredible.
In India, yes.
In India, it's possible, Animal.
In
You're
India,
gonna get
yes.
answers, okay?
In India, yes.
All right, and because we don't have a voicemail system over here, we only depend on
Yes.
text and the phone call. Okay.
Exactly.
Phone rings, you pick it
voicemail?
up.
They even
There's
respond
no-
to text
I'm
in India.
sorry, I should say over there, okay? Not over here. So
You guys
basically,
are funny.
Busted.
Mario lives in Texas now.
yeah.
Ernie,
yeah.
what's-
Howdy, partner.
What's on your mind, Ernie? What's on your mind? You're
No,
quiet.
I'm
You're too polite
fascinated with
today.
I'm fascinated with how you do business. But let me ask you this, Dimples, have you found a device or an ATS that'll allow you to dial within the computer to the US?
Yeah, text now. Text now.
That's
And-
not
and
ATS,
when-
that's a tool.
There's a
that's
text now
software,
number
guys.
that I have. Yeah.
White
There's a text now
actually.
number
I'm
that
gonna
I
use that
have.
next
I can
time I'm
call
in
you
Mexico.
today and talk.
Cheapest on the planet.
₹0. It's free of cost, by the way.
No, I paid for mine those days. Okay, it's not
Zero
free.
rupees.
Textnow.com, is that right?
If
Yeah,
Yeah,
Michael, that's
if
crap.
you-
Michael, that's
if you-
that's That's
the
crap.
same.
No offense, Dimple. No offense, Dimple. That's crap.
Okay.
Use open
Okay.
phone. It's far better, and dial pad is way better.
Dial
Uh,
pad, and
Text-
what was the other one, Mario, that
Open
you
phone.
mentioned?
Open phone is like $10 a month on average.
There's also Ring
Okay, my whole-
Central. There
Yeah,
are
it's
many.
costlier stuff. But
Yeah.
open phone is cheaper and it records your conversation, so you can
Yeah.
hear yourself screw up on the phone again and again.
Text now is good. If you keep on calling people daily, you will have the same number for your entire life. But if at all you skip calling at least for 1 or 2 weeks, you might have to get another US number. So that's the process how it works in text now.
So, okay, I have another question here. Yeah, y'all are calling the U.S. and doing business there. Why aren't you doing business with England?
I do not know their rules. Like I'll have to study that market. I can learn, I'm a good learner, but I do not want to learn everything at a time. Like one thing at a time. Now I'm focused on Indian market that I've been doing since 11 years, but now I'm also focused on the US market. So I want to take things slowly because this is what I'm going to do my entire life.
Yep.
So I'm
Ernie,
clear in my career what I want to do.
Excuse me, Dimple. Ernie, to answer your question, the US market is the only thing I know, to be very frank.
Yeah.
So-
Okay.
Well, it's because
That's why I
you're
focus
in
on
the
that.
US, of course. That's
Yeah,
what you're gonna
literally.
know.
Obviously,
You're-
that's the only thing I know.
I think
Mary
you
of the recruiter is cocky today.
wasn't he moving to Connecticut?
I'm actually going. No, I'll be mostly moving to different countries and working from different locations by next year. Probably you see me in Dubai next.
Mario will be
Switzerland.
living with Rich Rosen next year.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Hey, this is
I am
my
definitely
plan.
gonna go.
This is
that's
my
his
plan.
shtick.
Hey,
That's
Ivan.
claim.
Hi, Ivan.
Don't do Dubai is too expensive. Do Bahrain.
No,
Before the
I
show
want to live in Dubai.
started,
I have
Michael
some
G.
business
Cox
Bahrain
business.
asked
has
me
no
why
tax.
No,
Michael
Dubai
G.
has no
Cox-
tax, Michael. And listen, I have some business
It is
interests in
crazy
Dubai.
expensive to live there.
Yeah, so
It's
what?
out of control.
Listen, I have a reason to go to Dubai. I have different business interests over there. So it's not money laundering. I'm being very frank. Okay. It's
strip
not
clubs, strip clubs.
I don't mind.
Okay.
I'll invest in one. Hey, it gives money. That's all that matters.
Okay, hold on. I have to. Michael G. Cox asked me why I put a big ad for Ivan on LinkedIn.
No, I didn't ask about the ad. I just thought the picture of him just like,
Although he's
He looks,
smiling.
that's
He's
the way he looks right
smiling.
now.
He's smiling. No,
Shout out, animals. Shout out to Ivan. I mean, I love Clang. Okay.
Yeah.
Where are
Especially
all
the
of you
social media
based?
thing. That's awesome.
Where are all of you based? Michael, are you in Canada?
Yeah, I'm in Toronto. He's in
I'm in the
Ernie's in
Chicago- I'm in the
Chicago.
Hey, he's the
Chicago area.
animal, Dimple.
Chicago.
Don't call him Michael. Call him the animal. He yelled at me last time I did that.
Yeah.
Oh, Michael is okay. Michael's in San Antonio where you were recruiting or trying to recruit for a civil engineer.
That's right.
And Ivan's in Switzerland. Zurich? Are you in Zurich? Yeah. Okay. You know what? People can't hear you when you raise your thumb.
Yes, I
Okay.
am in Zurich, Switzerland. Thank you.
Thank
Yes,
you.
wonderful. Finally, we hear your voice.
Okay, but you take a look. LinkedIn. I put a big ad for you on LinkedIn because you were
I
part of the
saw it.
recruiting
I
roundtable.
shared it with everyone. Like I was like, oh
Okay,
my god, this
good.
is such an honor.
Good.
Really.
Throughout
Who
the
else
country.
wants to raise an issue? I researched everything about her. Who else wants to raise their own issue? Okay.
I'm not trying to raise an issue. I'm just
My own
curious because
issue.
I'm kind of revamping my and documenting my recruiting process.
Yes. Oh,
At least you're
when I-
learning how to speak. Okay. Congratulations.
You're pretty good.
It's my process, y'all. So I'm curious, Dimple, what is the process that you follow when you have a new order that you've been approved to work on? What's the first thing you do?
Do you mean India or do you mean US? Which country are you talking about?
Let's go with
Is
US.
it significantly different?
it is.
Yes, absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely.
US then, because I'm never probably going to
And
recruit for a
damn tell
job in India.
if
See,
India and
3%.
vis-a-vis.
Although Michael G. Cox is becoming an expat. Okay. Guy spends half his life in Mexico now.
He's my hero.
Working
He's my
on it.
hero.
Now,
Okay.
I've
Go
got to have
ahead,
my options
Dimple.
open.
Dimple,
Yeah.
over to you.
Yes. So if I have to work for a US requirement, I post a job ad on LinkedIn, paid ads and free ads both. I also use Indeed, ZipRecruiter, and directly sourcing. That's
Damn,
it.
that
That's
sounds
how I work.
expensive.
Yeah, that is expensive, but closable.
Hey, Dimple, do you get your jobs when you do your jobs? Are they through splits with other recruiters, or are they with the company?
No, I have 3 direct clients. Those are startups based in
Uh-huh.
California.
I'm curious, how do
San
you invoice them? If you don't mind me asking, how do you invoice them? I'm just generally,
I
I just want
invoice.
to ask from an Indian
I
company or
work.
an American company?
I
That's just I
I
want to ask
work
you.
on a fixed fee model right
Okay.
now.
So he
Okay.
didn't mean that.
Because
Didn't you mean did you mean the fee or
Do you
how they
invoice?
send her the
No, I
money?
didn't ask the fee. That's not my business.
yeah,
I
yeah,
asked how do you invoice them basically?
How does she get the money from them? That's what you want to know.
Exactly, exactly.
direct
Because
wire transfer. Direct
no,
wire
I
transfer.
understand that factor. I'm asking you invoice them from India or you invoice them
Yeah.
from the US?
No,
Oh,
from
nice.
India. From
Nice,
India.
nice.
But you show
Okay,
it as
so-
consulting fee to save taxes. You only show
So
it
you
as
post the
consulting fee, no
jobs
details.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Yep. So you post the jobs on LinkedIn, you post it on ZipRecruiter, and you post
Indeed.
it on
Indeed.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Minimum $25 a day at each one of those places.
Just 2
So you-
days. No, there are also free ads that go on. Like I hardly have 3-4 open roles in US, not many. So it's not that expensive. I do not have openings
I'm just,
in bulk right
I
now.
guess I'm just very cheap because $25 a day if you post it and you're paying for it on LinkedIn. I know you get one free post. Nobody's going to see that. LinkedIn is going to make sure that nobody sees that.
No, people
so
see. I got so many.
You
I
can post
posted a
about it,
sales.
but LinkedIn is going to make sure that it doesn't work so that you
I
can pay.
closed
It's
2 positions. I closed 2 positions.
I don't
And
doubt
I'm
that
so
at all.
sorry. Yeah,
So-
I'm so sorry. I closed 2 positions.
That's nothing to be sorry about. So you post those positions everywhere, and you employ the post and hope, post and pray model of corporate recruiting. Please don't tell Amy or anybody else that I said that. And then you proactively go out and try and engage individuals. How?
Yes. Through LinkedIn, through Facebook, through references. I also ask people for references. I believe I build a good connect with them. I ask directly for references.
Okay. And so you're messaging individuals that you're already connected with?
I also try and connect with people I'm not connected.
How many, I'm curious, how many connections do you have on your profile?
More than 26,000. LinkedIn.
Holy
Ooh,
shit.
you're about to run out.
Yeah.
How
I
many
mean, are these Indian
profiles do you
connections?
have on LinkedIn?
Sorry, never mind.
How many profiles I have on LinkedIn?
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
Oh, Jesus, that's a beautiful question.
I do not use LinkedIn recruiter account, by the way. It's a
No,
basic
no,
account.
but how many profiles do you have?
What do you mean by that?
Okay, then just one, right? You only have one profile on LinkedIn?
Yeah, one profile.
You know what? If she actually had more than one, she'd be stupid to say it here. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, her
100%.
reaction
I
tells me she only
only
has
have
one.
one profile.
well, she has one. She has one
Dimple,
under Dimples, and then there's another one. What was your nickname, Dimple?
My
Dolly.
nickname is Dolly. Yeah.
Dolly. But hold
Dolly,
on, since
but
Michael
another
G.
one under
Cox,
Dolly.
Michael G. Cox raised this issue and Ernie did it as well. Okay.
Okay.
Ernie raised the business development. I want to know how you get. We have your cold text or cold call. I read it out. You didn't disagree with it. That's what you say. But Ernie said, how do you get business? I want to know how you do your business development. And Michael G. Cox talked about sourcing, and I think you sort of boast that you're a terrific Boolean search expert now. Am I right about that?
I did not post I'm an expert.
Okay,
I
but
did
you
not
like
post I'm an
you
expert.
like it. You like Boolean search. Am I
I
right?
love Boolean search. Yes, I love Boolean search.
Okay,
Are you
and
good at it?
where do you do it on Google?
Yeah, Google or
on
Bing.
LinkedIn, you're only allowed to use a Boolean search for recruiter. Am I right about that? It only
Yes,
works for
yes.
recruiter.
For recruiter account.
No.
Yes.
Why? If you're doing Boolean search, you do it through Google and you X-ray LinkedIn.
You
Yeah,
can
but-
X-ray through Google or Bing. You can do Boolean searches on LinkedIn as well, but not the basic account, recruiter account. You can do Boolean search on job portals, by the way. Naukri, Monster.
You can
Yeah.
hold your own in a bitch fest. I don't know. I think, this is your right environment. You've got some backbone. Although all of a sudden you were looking into the camera, now you've been looking way over to the side since you started talking to Michael G. Cox. Is he over there or something?
Hello, I'm right here.
Yeah, but you're looking over there.
Okay,
What about
place
There
the
you go.
camera here.
There
Okay.
you go.
Look,
Ernie's question, and then we'll go to Ivan if he's got a question about Ernie. What about the business development? How do you approach companies, or do you just get referrals? Like last week, AJ, he said he just gets referrals, right? Something like that. So how do you bring in business?
You're
Most of
asking
the
me?
Yeah, but
time
AJ
right
also
now,
didn't tell us
you're
anything
asking
about
me
what
or
he
Ivan.
does.
Yeah.
Go
Okay.
ahead.
Sorry.
In India, I get business on my own right now. People come through referrals all the time because I've built my brand right here and people know me in the
Well,
startup
okay, so
industry.
you're just like AJ. You don't go out and knock on doors and say, "Hey, my name's
Not
Tim."
in India. Not in India.
Okay, how do you do it in the U.S.? I got to operate in two different dimensions here. Okay, how
Okay.
do you go for business in the U.S.? What do you
Okay.
do?
I directly email directors. I add directors of the companies directly on LinkedIn. I email them. I also send them a personal note on LinkedIn. That's it. That's how.
You
My
in-mail
only
them.
question
You
is,
in-mail them.
Yes.
Oh, wait a second. I just
Yes.
want to clear because this is what Michael G.
Yes.
Cox does too.
Yes.
What is
I do
in the
not
message?
in-mail.
First of all, what's in the message?
What's in the message?
The
Like,
subject line.
I am
Hey, my
this.
name's Dimple, or what is it?
No. First of all, you have to be first thing of business development that we need to know. You should be interested in what a person does. Because if at all you start and sell them your services directly, nobody is going to be interested in you. So you have to be interested in learning more about what they are doing, what they offer. Tell them you want to learn something from them. Maybe give them what do you call? Yeah.
How does
You
that
have
go into a subject line? I want to learn from you. Is that what I should send out to people? Hey, I want to learn from you.
Not really. You can tell them you're intrigued by what they do and ask them one or two fake questions, maybe,
oh, the
Okay,
cat's
but
out of the bag.
to build
okay,
What a
to
fake
build a
question.
relationship.
Fake
I
questions.
know
To build
Mario's burning, but hold on. Now, Michael G. Cox, he's
This is
thinking that
falling apart pretty quick.
to
Just
build a
saying.
it
relationship.
Taking
isn't.
this
It
argument.
isn't.
I want
Here's
to
the
hear a
point.
fake question.
I can
To build
clarify
a
exactly.
relationship.
I can clarify what I mean. Okay, Michael G.
Okay.
Cox is one of these guys. Don't go for the sell right away. Warm it up. Develop it.
Yes.
Rich Rosen, who's at the Pinnacle Club today. He let me know. He said that's why I can't come. I'm celebrating with the Pinnacle Club, the club for big billers. Okay, I'm not going to waste my time with you today. And okay, so
It's understandable.
he
Yeah.
no, I got to tell you,
He
Rich
didn't take
actually
Mario with him?
Rich recommended
Dude,
that
I
we
have to
do the
reach that
show.
level. That's the idea.
Rich recommended to the Pinnacle Club that we do the show for them. And you know what? And the guy, he said, Animal, he said, call this guy who runs it. I called him. I left a message. He never called me back. He never called me back. Okay, but
Terrible.
hold on.
You gotta
Here's
call
the
him
thing.
again, Animal.
Rich,
Give him a
that was
call
a
at
few
the
years
O's.
ago. Rich says, if I'm not mistaken, go for the kill right away. Don't waste your time. So are you the Michael G. Cox school or the Rich school, Dimple?
I'm in no one school. I use my own strategies.
All right, Dimple, go for it,
I
man.
Okay, Mario, take over. Mario, go ahead.
Okay, listen.
Yeah.
I mean, it depends on the person. We can't
Yes.
stroke everyone and keep them active the way Michael G. Cox does it. Okay, I mean, I came out so wrong. I'm so
Michael G.
sorry.
Cox is such a charming man. It's like, how can you compete with that?
No, it's not just that. It depends on how you are as a person. Okay, I kind of agree with Rich and agree with Michael also. There are some people who take years to turn out into a customer. Okay,
Yes.
if you're in this game for a long time, I mean, if your target is a long-term venture here in this business, but
That's the
some
Love
guys
You
you get
Long
business
Time
in-
School of Business Development. Okay,
Oh,
I've
yeah,
got, at least got a
100%
name
sure.
for it.
I
Now.
mean,
Love You Long Time.
It's a mix. It's a kind of a mix. It's balanced. You need something to survive now,
Okay.
to give you a business now, and
Yeah.
some for the long term.
Okay. How
so
do
it
you know
works.
which is which when you start out?
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
when you talk
that's
When
to
you
why
make
them,
you
your
like
initial
suck in the
approach,
beginning.
when you make your initial approach, do you know to say, hey, I find you interesting. I think you're cute.
hey,
Or
that's not my opening, man. I'm like, you need candidates. We got candidates. We can help you out here. That's
okay, so that's your school. Okay, you're the kill school. Let's go for it.
it.
Okay.
Shoot them with a sniper
I
rifle.
I want to interrupt. I also do this. Like I see a company profile, I see their job roles on Angel list, or on their sites directly. I'll email them only 2 test profiles along with their phone numbers and everything. I won't remove anything. And if at all they're interested, they come and talk to me on their own. So this is another strategy that I use.
This is
First
done in
is-
India only. Guys, we don't do it
No,
in the
no,
US,
no, no.
so-
You can do this in US.
Oh, trust
Yeah.
me, it doesn't work. It's a bad idea. I'm sorry.
You
I'm
don't do
saying straight
cold
up bad
calls,
idea.
Dimple.
It works.
You don't do
Not
cold
What is a
really
calls.
bad
cold
idea,
calling. Not
Hey,
really cold calling.
Dimple, one question, Dimple.
Yeah.
How many guys have got back? I mean, I understand dealing with entrepreneurs, and I think her niche is more like startups based on what she has told us. Okay.
Yes.
So, but how can you send resumes with you remove the contact details, or do you still have the contact details?
she's
remove
probably taking that
sometimes
stuff out.
I'm fine if they want to take the candidate.
You're fine with that? I mean, dude, how is
Yeah.
that business development? Let's say, give here, take free candidates, free money.
Not more than 1 or 2 profiles, right? Not more than one or two. Only for
I'm
one.
signing off.
open
Bye
role.
bye, guys. I catch you later. I'm not in the mood to talk now.
No.
I'm joking. It was
Okay.
a joke.
Okay, but hold on. I complimented you, Mario, but you know you're chinless in the show. Can you frame yourself?
Sorry.
so-
Yeah. Okay. Done. Is it better?
Okay.
now?
Okay,
better.
Ivan
Okay,
hasn't said a
camera.
word. I know
Okay.
he's soaking up the
I don't know. Is my
Indo-American
microphone
wisdom
not
here.
working? I'm trying all the time to like say something, but nobody listens to me. Maybe the
Well, you-
microphone.
You gotta
too
speak
soft-
up here,
you're
man.
too
We're gonna talk over
soft-spoken.
you.
Come on, let's
Yeah.
go.
So
Let's go.
like so what are the main, because you recruit Dimple, you recruit in 2 very huge countries. So like can you like what are the main differences or surprises where you're like, okay, this I have to do in the US completely different than in India, or this is similar?
There's a complete cultural difference. First of all, in India, you can ask anyone anything. You can ask people if they are married. You can ask people if they have kids. You can ask what's their current salary, how much are their deductions. You can have the documents in your hand also. In US, you are not allowed to ask anyone anything. In India, you can call people anytime you want. People get offended. That's their problem. But in US, you might get sued. Yeah.
I'll tell you the
Call
biggest
people?
difference,
No.
Ivan.
They
I'll
cannot-
give you the
they cannot-
biggest
Yeah.
difference.
Yeah.
Ivan, I'll give you the biggest difference. Okay.
This is
Yeah.
great.
You can have a candidate starting on the start date and he won't pick up your call. Okay. And he won't join up the
Yes.
company. Also. You will find
In
him
India
in a
or
different
US?
company altogether. Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
which country though?
In India, not in the US, but
India.
it's coming up
India.
with the US also nowadays. Okay.
I don't understand. Like
Very
different
simple. You're joining up in a company, Ivan. Okay. You're taking up a job in Michael's company. Okay. But what happens, and I've recruited you for that. Okay. Now just imagine you're in India. Okay. The day you're supposed to join up in Michael's company, you've done the background check, you've done everything. Okay. To see suddenly you don't pick up my call. And 2 weeks later, I see you have joined up in Ernie's company.
This happens a lot.
It's very unethical. No one, even the VPs, the directors of companies don't hold up their word sometimes. I mean,
Here,
Dimple,
people say ethics in business are either optional or situational.
yeah, that's a very sweet way of putting it.
Yeah.
Dimple, I have a question for you. Do you work by yourself? Are you solo, or do you have other people working with you?
No, I have 7 people in my team in India. I have no one in US. I'm solo in US.
Okay. The people that are in India, are they recruiting the full desk, or are they doing just the sourcing for you, or what do they actually do?
Well, first of all, I want to understand what does full desk mean, because in India we do not have sourcers or recruiters differently. So in India we have job portals like Naukri, Monster,
Dimple,
Insta
you're off
Hire.
topic.
Well, I mean, what
Uh,
I'm saying, are they picking up and calling the clients and getting job orders and then trying to fill them?
No, job orders I get for them. I already have running clients, more than 40, and they only like source candidates and engage with candidates.
Okay.
That's
And
it.
so
Ernie, excuse me,
when
Ernie,
they source candidates, do they call the candidates and get the background
Yes.
information?
Yes.
And then from there,
everything.
do they present them to the client,
No.
or do you do that?
No. Their only source of contact is me. Some of them who are working from 3-4 years, I've given them direct client access. Otherwise, I
Uh-huh.
take care of clients on my own.
Okay.
Ernie, excuse me, Ernie, I'm sorry for interrupting you. That's why I said there's a big cultural difference over here.
Yes.
Okay.
No, and that's why I'm asking, because I'm learning.
I'm gonna tell you now the full scenario. Over here, you don't have many people who do full desk. Probably in the massive companies like Randstad, you may have a team that handles full desk.
Yes.
Okay, but mostly it's the manager of the company that does the business development
Yes.
or handles the business, or they have a separate BD team, business development team itself. Mostly recruiters are only given the recruiting role. Even the background checks are done by another team.
So in the situation where people are always asking, how can I find a sourcer from overseas? Are you two the people that we call?
No,
give
you don't call me.
recommendations?
I'll take your customers.
I'll also take away your customers. Not really. I'm not that unethical, bro.
No.
No, I'm just
I'm
joking.
saying,
It's a
I'm
joke.
saying,
Come
but
on.
people are always looking. It's all about trust in our business, right?
Yeah.
You trust each other, and as much as you can. And so, people are always asking, how do I find a sourcer from the Philippines or from India? And
See,
In
Ernie,
no
there
India,
one,
are people.
no one seems to find
Dimple,
anybody.
excuse me, Ernie.
Yeah.
There are
Everybody
people here
posts
who
about
do
it, like,
sourcing in recruitment. There are teams that work specifically for US recruitment in India who only focus on
Yes.
sourcing. There, as I
Right.
told you, there are some HR teams that also work for big companies for the US based out of the Indian office. Okay, because the costs
Yes.
of business are less.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
and those guys are like the sources and the recruiters you're talking about.
Well, what I'm asking then is so in times people want to know how to do that or where to do that. Is going to a recruiter like yourselves in that live in India, is
You
that a good
can.
way of finding? Is that a good way of helping direct somebody?
He's talking about getting a virtual assistant, right?
I understood. Yeah. You
Essentially.
can find them on
VA.
Upwork. You can find them on
Yeah, but the
Upwork.
best is Dualta's VAs, I guess. I mean, he
Yeah,
knows what he's
Upwork,
talking.
Dualta,
Upwork.
they go to Upwork, but remember David
Upwork.
Stephen Patterson hires a guy who, for double the fee,
Recruits
gives him
VAs,
very
yeah.
good virtual assistants in the
Yeah.
Philippines, exclusively
Mhm.
in the
Yeah.
Philippines, and he pays extra, but he said he gets much better service. Thank you, Michael G.
But
Cox, for advertising.
usually,
I have a
US
question.
guys.
No, I'm
Okay.
changing the. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. With regards to recruiting people in the United States, okay. So we know that we have verbatim how you approach them. Hi, Joe. Okay. With that script. What's the frequency? How often? Now I'll bring in Rich Rosen again because he's very clear about this. 3, email them, text them, call them, and do it as many times as you have to, like every other day or something like that. There's no limits.
I stop after the 6th call. I'm
6
done
call.
after the 6th call. Yeah. I make at
For
least
business
6 calls to
development?
one person. No, even to candidates.
So for business development, how many calls do you make?
I'm not really worried about business development right now because I have a lot of work.
Okay, what would
As
you
long as I
advise
can
someone
turn
else?
in a dime.
What would you advise Mario to do? Okay, let me
Yeah,
turn
please.
that
I'm
around
open
on
to
you.
it.
If he wanted to do business development calls, what frequency would you tell him to do?
Mario, first of all, you're staying in US. Please move your ass. Go to companies directly. Meet people. Attend entrepreneur meetups.
That
Attend
doesn't work.
startup meetups. Yeah, that works. Why it doesn't?
No,
Take them to
no.
coffee. Take them to dinners. Move around.
Okay, no. Let's
Yeah.
be frank. Okay, I'm not a very good business development guy. I'm just still learning it.
Yeah.
Okay, and be open about it here. But
Yeah.
I call them. I email them also always. Okay, or
Yeah.
email and follow up with a call. That's mostly my style. Okay, that's why I want to learn from Rich how to. He does the talk and gets the deal.
Well, you know what? You've got a pretty good personality, and that's Rich's
Thank you.
strength as well. Dimple, did I didn't put your name on this. I want to know if this is a quote from you or somebody else. I'm recruiting recruiters, and some of these recruitment candidates are so appalling. Yeah, that's you, wasn't it? And
Yes.
She
Yes.
posted that.
they don't let you know if they're coming to the interview or something. They ghost you a lot,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
But
Hey,
didn't you also say at another posting that you don't mind ghosting? You think it's fairly normal? No? Yes,
When
you
did
did.
I
But
are ghosting like for candidates, not for recruiters? Like not recruiters as candidates, right? As a recruiter, you know how ghosting feels, right? When you are a recruiter, you know how ghosting feels. So you should not do that, right?
okay.
That was fairly my expectation, obviously, but yeah, that's where I was hurt.
Okay. Okay. And you use a VPN, a virtual private network, right?
Not really.
Okay.
I use a VPN.
Actually, you had a discussion about it on. I guess I know your postings
Yeah,
now
I wanted to
than you
understand
do.
how it works. Yes, I wanted to know how it works.
Okay.
For
Because nobody
sourcing.
here. I have one. I got it because our guest Aaron Lynch told us that it's absolutely necessary. But nobody else here's got a VPN. Am I
No, I
right?
got a
Anybody?
VPN, Animal. I told
Why?
you
But why
earlier.
is it necessary? That's what I want to know.
To
Can
access
you
certain
educate
sites in
us?
the US.
Yeah.
Okay, and for my banking purposes and for various other things.
Netflix.
I can't say it because Dimple's on the channel, but you should know what I'm talking about.
Okay. 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 We're getting near the end. Anybody got burning questions for her or Dimple? Is there an issue you want to raise that we haven't talked about yet that you want to say?
Why do you call yourself animal?
Why not? Okay. I'm going to introduce everybody. That
Yeah.
is Dimple. Okay. You can read her name like Michael G. Cox always tells me. Read it. It's in tiny letters, but I'll leave that to you because she doesn't have to tell you her surname. Her first name is so unique in North America, Dimple. That's all you need. Her name is Dimple. Her website is sinoverge.com. S-Y.
Sinoverge. No. That's a different site. It's sinovergeconsultants.com.
What?
Sinoverge.
Can you put it in the chat, please?
Yeah, I'll do
Yeah.
that.
No, I want the people
see,
not be so. Okay, spell
And then
it
you
out.
can read it.
Not for me. Okay.
Oh, so you can read it out loud, man.
Okay.
SYNOVERGE. And what's the suffix? Not .com.
Sinoverge Consultants. CONSULTANTS.com.
All right, there you go. There you have it.
Yeah. Consultants.
SinovergeConsulting.com.
Consultants.
Why didn't you correct me at the
Plural.
beginning of the show?
Consultants.
What?
I already said nobody was listening. Everybody was talking to each other.
Well, that's how it works. Okay.
that's the recruiting animal
Dimple,
show. For
man,
you.
you tell him. Put him back in his place.
Well, I got to tell you, that's too long, Sinoverge Consultants, okay? Michael
Yeah,
G.
that
Cox,
is long.
Michael G. Cox, thesalesrecruiter.com. It's so
Easy.
beautiful, so nice. MarioTheRecruiter.com.
Perfect.
That's beautiful as well. It doesn't
Thank
tell you
you.
what he does. It doesn't tell you what he does, but it tells you you can find him, okay? Food industry recruiter, Ernie. Yeah. Okay.
Hello.
But one question: when Mario was talking about having an industry as your niche, and you can place vice presidents or sweepers there. Do you place sweepers in the food industry? Because they have a lot of them.
Come on,
the
that
plant floor.
you're twist convoluting what I said.
No, I'm
Yeah,
not.
That's exactly what Mario said. And
I said in India.
no,
not
I
in
go
the
everything
US.
from supervisors on up.
Okay,
Everything
thank
that's
you.
salary.
There
Anybody
you
that
go,
is-
everybody. And our quiet friend today, soft-spoken fellow, Ivan Gulenko, and he got the most fantastic endorsement, in my opinion, for his own constructed ATS, applicant tracking system, KLANG.SO. Okay, now I am putting all these videos on YouTube now, and I need to create thumbnails. So everybody just lean a little into the camera and smile, okay? Yeah, okay, now you can wave, and I'm going to end it. Thanks, everybody. It was
Thank
you.
good
Thank
seeing
you.
you,
Lot of
Dimple.
fun.
I
Bye-bye.
Hey,
good
good
Bye.
job,
seeing you.
Dimple.
Yeah,
Good